Coachella Valley, and welcome to Seeds of Hope. I'm your host, Katie Stye, CEO at the amazing Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce. Did you feel a little bit of shaking today by chance? Well, I sure did. And I do my best to handle, the earthquakes here and there, but man, I don't know about you. Some people like them. Some people enjoy that little ride and that wave and have fun with it. I am not that person. So I was a little bit shaken today, if you will. Anyhow, welcome to Seeds of Hope. We have a brand new member to introduce you to today. So I am really excited because our chamber is growing, your network is growing, our business community is growing. It is such a great time here in the Coachella Valley. If you're there watching, say hello, give a little thumbs up or a little comment. But at this time, let's bring our guest out. Carolyn Gross, we are so happy that you reached out, joined the Chamber of Commerce. You are with Creative Life Solutions. Please, for everyone who is out there watching today, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, I am Carolyn Gross, and I help people rise above the chaos. So don't you think I should come on after an earthquake, rise above the quake?
Perfect timing. Thank you. I love it.
So how do I do it? I do it because I am an author, and so I write books on how to stay calm in the midst of chaos and, of course, rise above the chaos. I also do trainings for corporate America and for healthcare. Since the pandemic, I have focused on healthcare leadership and Nurses Week and all the different agencies in the state of California, as a matter of fact. And now I'm also doing work with Rise Above the Chaos or Rise Above the Cancer. I work also doing events for cancer patients and helping them rise above the chaos. So
Lovely.
Got a lot going on.
You do. And what inspired you to go into this direction with Creative Life Solutions? I mean, what is that inspiration behind it? Because you really do light up a room when you walk in, and you have so much to offer to groups and to people and to teams. And where does all of this come from?
It actually comes from my own defining moment and an unexpected life experience when on a family vacation in Puerto Vallarta, my father had a spinal cord injury while we were surfing the waves on a Christmas holiday. So, going down to Puerto Vallarta with only the best of intentions to have nothing but joyous fun, fiesta, and then, it turned into just a shockingly difficult situation. But guess what? I was with him when we were body surfing, and somehow I found some strength, and I call it my ninja power, but I didn't have the words for it back then. But I had this inner core that I was able to orchestrate all the decisions from. We had to hire an air ambulance to get him to the Spinal Cord Injury Center in San Diego. He lived 5 weeks, went through that whole life experience and went, I got to help people. I got to help people when they are faced with just the most unexpected circumstances.
Wow, that is remarkable. That is a superpower that you found. That's remarkable. And that you found it, identified it, and followed it. I do think sometimes people might see that, but may not follow that into their life's passion like you have. But you really have created something out of that time. And what kind of challenges are you facing right now, or have you faced in building this business or launching the Creative Life Solutions company?
Well, one thing I'll say is I have been in business over 20 years. So there was a time when people didn't want to learn so much about how to manage stress and how to stay on top of their game productivity wise, because we were just trying to get better social media. We were trying to, get more connected on the internet. You know what I mean? Just all the changes that were going on. But guess what? when the world turned upside down on March 17th of 2020, all of a sudden my research of all these years, which used to be below the fold in businesses, went above the fold, thinking of our websites and how we want to look and what we're, emphasizing. And so now people, I mean, even bankers are like, banker CEOs are like, we want a speaker on mental health. Well, I never called myself a mental health speaker. I'm adversity, I'm resiliency, I'm, managing the unexpected and stress. But hey, I'll call it mental health. You want to call it
Yeah.
mental health? We'll call
Yeah. I love that. I love how you face the challenges then. I mean, it's making it fit and it's adapting and make really making it work for folks out there. And you have a special event coming up, I know that you wanted to share as well. Really curious to learn more. National Cancer Survivors Day is June 1st, and you're having a meeting called Rise Above the Cancer with Carolyn Gross. Can you tell us a little bit more about that day?
Certainly. Well, I wish my dad's, story was the only chaos I'd faced, but I wrote Staying Calm in the Midst of Chaos before 9/11, and I went
Mm.
on a 24 city book tour across the country. And guess what? I found a lump in my breast, and my tour had to end immediately when 21 years ago I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer.
Oh my goodness.
So I would put on all these health events, but I didn't know that there was actually a National Cancer Survivors Day where across the entire United States,
Yeah.
events are being put on to honor not
Yeah.
just survivors, patients,
Yeah.
survivors, and the caregivers. Because
Yeah.
Katie, that the family goes through a lot, you know,
Absolutely.
maybe not the treatment, but all the angst and all the extra
Sure.
work that they have to pick up. So in our own Coachella Valley and Palm Desert at the glorious Flamingo Fun Shadow Mountain Golf Course, we're going to have a Rise Above the Cancer event honoring them all. And we're just nominal. It's $25, and that
Mhm.
includes the whole event. We're there to celebrate. We just have to pay for our beverages and our
Sure.
venue, but and they're going to be gifted. They're going to be
Oh, lovely. And how would people sign up? As I know, for everyone, by the way, who's out there watching, thank you so much. And be sure to leave comments and say hello. You can learn more about Carolyn via her website, Creative Life Solutions. Lots of opportunities on that website about all sorts of different offerings. And then about this event in particular, would you like folks to go directly to the website or?
okay. Yeah, go to the
Okay.
website, fill out the contact form, and 760-532-2762. You can text and we'll give you all the information to sign up ahead, because I think the room only holds 80, but hey,
Okay.
we'll make it a great 80. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that. And is there, for people out there, because you're newer to me at least and to our chamber, and so is there anything you want folks out there who maybe haven't had a chance to meet you yet? I know they're going to see you at chamber events and mixers and all of the events, but is there anything you want them to know about your company and some things that you offer?
Well, absolutely, because I do team building events, which are, of course, they're way, way fun. And mostly I help people identify how, what their stress response of
Mm.
personality is. You know what I mean? Because we have all these different, anyway. And
Yes.
that way we can tiptoe better around each other when we know someone's having a bad day, right?
You know, Yes, it's so powerful, when you know more about your team. Sometimes when you get to do things like this as a group, it's great because before I walk in to Dawn's office or Guadalupe's office, I know my approach with them is going to be different because I know how they respond to things. I know, maybe talking things out more with one person or being more direct with another person. It really does change the entire team dynamics when we know each other a little bit better. So it's fascinating work that you get to do.
And it's also important, if you are serving patients and your
Mhm.
VIP, if you're a realtor, to understand their stress response style too, because you won't take it so hard, or you can
Yes.
deflect it and
Yes.
help them before they get there. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. So important. On that note, yeah, for our team, then it's just important for them to know how I respond so that you're right. You're exactly right. So that they don't take it personal because as much as I'm, a big communicator out in the community with my team, I'm usually kind of short and just, little words, but it's not anything personal. It's just I'm a quick communicator. So that's a great point too. That way people don't take it personally. They know it's just, well, this is just their work style. So yeah,
Ex-
fascinating. I
ex-
love
ex-
it.
I'm so glad. And I'm so glad you get how important that is. There's so much
Oh,
chaos in
yeah.
the world. We don't need to have it within our teams. Because remember,
No,
it's
ma'am.
coming in the door, it's coming in emails. You know what I mean? So if we can just minimize it and
Oh, I love
have
that.
sense of humor.
Yes, always. Well, yeah, you bring a lot of that. And you work with, is it true, any size business, nonprofit organizations, anything?
Absolutely. Of course, corporate. I mean, I've spoken at Bankers annual conventions, and I've spoken at Coldwell Banker offices where they have 25 realtors. So
Perfect.
that does not matter. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? What matters
Okay.
is, do people care about their team? Do they want them to be loyal? A lot of people don't realize that training and doing these kind of appreciation events
Mhm.
increases longevity. You know what? You're saving money the longer your people stay with you and they love their job.
Absolutely. You just are a wealth of knowledge and excitement and enthusiasm all wrapped up. And I hope people out there all get to know you and who you are. And would you just be so kind as to leave us with your seed of hope today or a little message of inspiration for everyone?
Well, just remember, every event, every action you have, it's precious, because time is like a river. It flows by, never to return. So make the most of every interaction you have. And if you do make a mistake and you have a little bit of a chaos leak, go back and correct it and be grateful.
I love that. I just feel like we should be best friends and you should be on the show every day and we should talk about this stuff because it's healing for everyone. What a great seed of hope. And it's so true. Life is short and it's precious and it's amazing. And you're right. Having that conversation to fix a boo-boo, we all make them. It sure does make a difference. It really matters. So thank you for bringing that to the table. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Katie. Your energy is infectious, that's for sure.
Well, my friend, I look forward to seeing you more, getting to know you more, and watching you really put your energy and positive trainings out there in the community. For all of you that are out there watching today, you can also meet Carolyn Gross out at chamber events, out in the community, and you can connect with her today visiting her website, creativelifesolutions.com, to learn more. And please make sure to reach out, say hello. We love moving local business forward and connecting the community. So we'll look forward to seeing you all soon. And Carolyn, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you.
All right, Katie, it was awesome.
We'll see you soon, my friend. Take good care.
Bye-bye.
And thanks for joining us today on Seeds of Hope. It's always such a great time um, to talk to our members, to bring them to you, to share their insights and their expertise. We have such a special community, and I know you already know that. But me being able to do this is also just the opportunity of a lifetime, just another way to serve, and just kind of another layer to introduce and connect our community. If there's ever a way I can help support you, professionally, personally, please don't hesitate to reach out. Your Chamber of Commerce is here in service and in support. We look forward to seeing you next week on Seeds of Hope. Take care.